Thank you, Madam Speaker. Just for the record, I stand in support of the override. Appreciate the comments my colleagues submitted. I just have a couple rhetorical questions. September 14, 2018, the 34th Guam Legislature passed provisions into law that the then governor signed, which had very similar requirements to report. As a matter of fact, the reporting requirements were for both local and federal funds, Madam Speaker. As a matter of fact, it says within 5 days upon the transfer of any local funds, in support of the typhoon that has wreaked havoc on the community, within 5 days, that report was to be submitted to the Speaker. And then there was a closeout report that had to be submitted 60 days thereafter. And so I'm sure some of my colleagues are wondering, well, that was the local side of the House. We're hearing that perhaps this might be overreach into the requirement that the Chief Executive submit a report for the use of federal funds. Then I remind this body and those who continue to serve the people of Guam as a senator that the very same 30-day reporting requirement was required of FEMA monies. Upon 30 days from the receipt of FEMA monies for reimbursement, the executive branch was to submit a detailed report of all expenditures, to include procurement activities, Madam Speaker, to the Speaker of the Guam Legislature. You know, Madam Speaker, I just also want to say for the record that I do trust the governor. I trust her intent is good. I trust her heart is good. I trust her religiosity is on point. But for many of us, and to include myself, Madam Speaker, and people who live with me in my household, this is not about trust. This is about survival. This is about ascertaining the facts. So I challenge my colleagues who continue to serve that if it was good to impose such strict requirements to report to the legislature for the previous administration, what makes it so different? I think it's the people's right, and it's our fundamental responsibility as a third and equal branch of government to require such information to be fully disclosed and in a time that we deem appropriate for the people of Guam. So I'm saying if it was good yesterday for the prior governor, it certainly should be good today for the current governor. And again, my hat's off to Governor Lourdes Leon Guerrero and the Lieutenant Governor and their team for working really hard to keep us safe and to help rebuild this island. And I read the veto message also, Madam Speaker, and it said that we'd be happy to furnish any and all reports. Just ask for it. It also says that this is probably burdensome because there's already a reporting requirement. And so I actually look at it the other way. If there was already a reporting requirement, Madam Speaker, why don't we just do it in advance and send a copy to you to fulfill the local mandate? I don't think it's the intent of the prime authors that you submit entirely separate reports in a different format. I think the same is true whether it's local or federal funds, whether it's a report to this body or to the appropriate administering agency of the United States government, that the particulars of that report, I believe, at least I believe this to be true in my experiences as a federal programs employee at one time, that the elements are the same. And so with that said, Madam Speaker, I stand firmly on the side of overriding the governor's veto. Thank you.